IRCC conducted 4 separate draws on 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th July. The cutoff score dropped to 430s for the first time after COVID, and the equation is getting complex. Let's see how my pool breakdown looks like. Hello and welcome to Canadian Dream. This channel is all about Canadian immigration related news and updates. In today's video, we'll talk about the latest express entry draw results. We'll try to break down the pool size and do some analysis on it. IRCC conducted an express entry all program draw on 4th July 2023. 700 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 511. Then on 5th July, IRCC conducted their first ever STEM draw. 500 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 486. And then a draw was conducted on 6th July and it was a healthcare draw. 1500 invitations were sent out, the cutoff score was 463. The latest draw was conducted on 7th July and it was a Francophone draw. 2,300 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 439. By the way, I already shared these results right after the draw. If you have missed it, you probably haven't subscribed to my channel yet or you forgot to press the bell icon. I try to share express entry updates with you as early as possible, so you may consider subscribing if you want regular and timely updates. Let's move to the express entry pool, break it down and analyze it. IRCC shared a pool breakdown as of 4th July and this is how it looked. This shows the number of candidates in each range on the day of the draw. So when the draw was conducted, it would impact these numbers. We can see there were 353 candidates in the 601 to 1200 range, 726 candidates in the 501 to 600 range, 831 in the 491 to 500 range, 4,719 in the 481 to 490 range. Let's now look at the number of new candidates added to the pool between the draw on the 27th of June and the 4th of July. First, let's start by comparing the number of new candidates to our prediction. In the range of 601 to 1200, we were expecting 319 candidates and 353 candidates were added, 34 more than our expectation. Between 501 to 600, 491 candidates were expected, 726 candidates were added in this range, 235 more than our prediction. Between 491 to 500, 449 candidates were expected and 831 were actually added, 382 more. Big jump here. Between 481 to 490, 546 candidates were anticipated but 911 candidates were added, 365 more than our prediction. Overall, 2,108 candidates were added in the 451 to 1200 series range, which is 467 more than our prediction. Interestingly, you can see the numbers in the 451 to 480 range dropped significantly. This could mean either these candidates became ineligible or a lot of them increased their scores. So what does the pool look like after the draw? On 4th July 2023, 700 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 511. From the 700 invitations, 353 were used up by the candidates with CRS 600 plus. After this, there were 347 ITs in hand. There were 726 candidates in the 501 to 600 range. So after sending out 347 invitations, there should be 379 candidates left in this range. So that's the pool breakdown after the draw on 4th July. IRCC then conducted another draw on 5th July and it was a category based draw. The targeted category was STEM occupations. 500 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 486. So after the all program draw, we have 379 candidates in the 501 to 600 range. All these candidates are obviously below 511. 500 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 486. This means the 500 candidates who received ITA were spread out between 486 and 511. There are 25 points here. I'll not be using numeric distribution for STEM draw. Instead, I'll assume that 20% of the candidates in the pool are from STEM occupations. This 20% is not a random number. I have gone through past records to arrive to this number. Maybe I'll discuss this in a later video. So the STEM draw issued 76 ITAs in the 501 to 600 range, 166 in the 491 to 500 range, 258 in the 481 to 490 range. IRCC then conducted another draw on 6th July and it was a healthcare draw. 1500 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 463. This means the 1500 candidates who received ITA were spread out between 463 and 511. I don't have enough data on how these candidates are spread out, so I'll have to resort to assumption. I think most of these candidates should be in the 460 to 490 range. I think the healthcare draw issued 200 ITS in the 481 to 490 range, 500 in the 471 to 480 range, 800 in the 461 to 470 range. IRCC then conducted the last draw on the 7th July and it was a Francophone draw. 2,300 invitations were sent out and the cutoff score was 439. This means the 2,300 candidates who received ITA were spread out between 439 and 511. Again, I don't have enough data on how these candidates are spread out, so I'll resort to assumption. I think a good number of these candidates should be above 500 and rest may be evenly distributed. I think the Francophone draw issued 303 ITS in the 501 to 600 range, 319 in each of the range from 441 to 500 range, 80 ITS in the 431 to 440 range. So after all these draws, this is how the pool may look like. There are no candidates in the 601 to 1200 and 501 to 600 range, 345 in the 491 to 500 range and 3942 in the 481 to 490 range. Now, if you have been watching my videos carefully, you should be able to make your prediction by looking at this table. If you're able to calculate and come up with a prediction, let me know by commenting below. If you want my prediction, I'll try to share it in the next couple of days. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know if you liked it or if you have any problem understanding my explanation. Your feedback can help me make better videos for you. To get regular updates on SINP, do subscribe and click on the bell icon. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also available on TikTok right now. You can follow me there as well. I try to share regular updates on my socials. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.